Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be speaking about music, and I've got a demonstration as part of my informative speech today. I've got in front of me a keyboard, and I'm going to be referring to a keyboard manual for the Casio keyboard. It's a WK1200. It's a pretty basic keyboard. Nice thing is, it's got a blue lit screen right here that gives you your central features of the keyboard. And you've also got different different things you can do with the keyboard. You can choose different tones, and you go from something like that to just your basic piano. And the nice thing is too is that you can has a memory bank so you can layer, and I'll show you what I mean by layering. On the layering side of the keyboard, what you'll do is you'll have to hit memory, and it'll either say play or record. But basically, you go into record and you hit under memory track or drum pad, you hit 1. And then once you start playing, the computer inside of the keyboard is actually recording everything that you play. Okay, and then if I want to layer it, then what I can do to add some depth to it is go put another layer in here, and I can do some violins, for example. Okay, then you've got 2 layers there. And then once you've done the 2 layers, then say you want to add something else, you can do a third layer. And say you want to add a church organ, for example, and really do some depth to it. And the nice thing is, when you're all done, you go ahead and play it back. There you go. You got your song. And I have been writing music since I was about 14 years old. And just to give you a little bit of background about that, I just started to write music. I would write poems down, and somebody just said, "Well, maybe you should put it into a song." And I said, "Well, I do like to play the piano, but I don't know if I can do this or not." And so I just decided, okay, let's see what I can do. And so I sat down, and this is just an example of what I did on my first song. I took a premise of the fact that God loves all of his children, and I put it into a simple song. It's kind of like an EFY style song because that was what I was listening to at the time. But it's very simple, and I just took that premise and I wrote a verse and a chorus, and then I wrote a bridge which ties the verse and the chorus together. You wouldn't cry if you were alone. You wouldn't try to be on your own. You'd want him by your side if you only knew his love. If you ask for guidance, then he will guide. If you ask for direction, then he will direct. If you ask for knowledge, you would receive. If you only knew his love. You wouldn't cry if you were on your own. You wouldn't try to be on your own. You want him by your side if you only knew his love. It was a very basic song, and I was asked to perform it for my seminary graduation, and I was able to do that, and it was a really neat experience for me. I've written several hundred songs over the years with music and lyrics, and as you keep writing, you get inspiration for different things from your life to your beliefs. If you're going to do music, one of the main things that you want to do is to have a website available where people can find you and locate your music. I've had some websites online that have got more hits than well-known artists such as John Schmidt or other artists out there that have a lot more notoriety than I do. I have been able to level the playing field by having a website that has allowed me to communicate on Facebook and other venues. I would suggest also a venue called cdbaby.com. They are an outlet that allows you to be able to sell your music online. They actually send you a check when you sell music online. And I've been able to do this for about 3 CDs now. Some have been more successful than others, but that is just the path with the musician. And the the cool thing is that it's uploaded to iTunes directly. It's uploaded to Napster and to several other music outlets online for people to buy digitally, which is according to the morning news report. It's a world news report. The CDs are going to go to digital in 2012 or 2013, and they will be switching that over to digital, meaning you'll be buying iTunes cards and you won't be buying physical CDs anymore. So it really is the wave of the trend to go of the future. Also, if you're writing a song, I said about the basic way to write a song is to get familiar with artists that are good. I used to listen to a lot of Michael McLean. For those of you that are LDS, which most of us are, I would say that he is a great musician and has touched a lot of people with his music. I also have been able to listen to other artists that are secular in nature, and if you're going to offer music, I would hope that you would be more open to secular music and maybe trying to weave your message into a song. Country music, somebody like Martina McBride is really good at weaving a message into her music. She's not a member of the church or anything to my knowledge, but she does have a very good Christian message in her music, as well as many country artists do. The lyrics are very important. I like groups like the Zac Brown Band. They're very good at their lyrics and music, especially a song by the name of Colder Weather is very descriptive of a very, very emotional song. I have you search for that on Google. And I would also say that the songwriting process is one that happens over time. You're not going to become somebody that you can put a performance together and have people come and see it and want to see it just because you think that you can. It will be recognized if it's worth the time for people to like your music. They do have to get to know you a little bit first, and then they get to know your music and appreciate your music. And not very many people get the chance to do music for their whole life and their career, but I hope as time goes on that I will be able to build that, and it's always going to be a part of my life. I hope that this opportunity that I've shown you the keyboard to get familiar with the keyboard and the structure of the keyboard, it give you just an idea of maybe something you could do for a hobby for the new year. And I would encourage you to go to websites to look at music software. There's Sony.com has got music for SoundForge. There's also Cakewalk.com that has music for Cakewalk and other programs that are more high-end that cost thousands of dollars like Cool Edit Pro and other programs of that nature. Again, I've had a great time sharing this with you, and been my pleasure to do so. Thank you.